It is important as a business person, entrepreneur, or as a business owner that you find a way to distinguish yourself from the competition. Let's face it, there are other people that do what you do. Now, I understand they don't do it quite the way you do it, but you need to find a way to distinguish yourself so that they can figure out how you do it. Now, one of the key ways that you can distinguish yourself from the competition is if you can imagine and connect yourself to not just the sale, but the scenario in which the customer is buying. Why are they buying your product or service? So, for example, when I was in the carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning business, 10 years, 10 months, 10 days, I recognized a trend. People would call me when they were selling a home. People would call me when they were buying a home. People would call me when they had a new baby. And people would call me when they were having their mother-in-law come into the home for the first time. I was always connected to an event that was bigger than the sale or the circumstances at hand. Once I recognized what the circumstances were, I started to treat the job and the customer as seriously as the circumstances that were set before me. So, for example, if this young wife was trying to impress her mother-in-law by having a clean house, aka clean carpet, I took it as seriously as she took it. Because I took it as seriously as she took it, I connected my efforts, I connected my work, I connected my craft to her concern. Because I was connecting my craft to her concern, I was heads and shoulders above my competitors because they didn't see her as an individual trying to impress a mother-in-law. They saw her as a number and just another customer. So they were simply trying to do just enough to get by. But I had to do more. Why did I do more? I did more because I understood the significance of this cleaning. No differently than a marriage. You just got married, you just bought the house, and you want this thing to be spick and span. Because I'm now connecting myself to a scenario and not just a sale, I was able to separate myself from my competition. Here's another example. Back when I was in the automotive aftermarket business, I was a store manager, and when a customer would come in needing a starter for their vehicle, it wasn't just another customer who needed an auto part. This was literally a guy who had a vehicle that was broken down, and he couldn't afford it to be broken down because this was the single vehicle that he used to get to work, to make the money, to take care of his family. So I wasn't just selling a starter, I was literally selling a key component to helping this man feed his family. Once I took it that seriously, my level of service went to another level. So I'm asking you as a service provider or as a salesperson, I'm asking you to connect what you do to something bigger, not just the sale, but the scenario. What is it that your customer is ultimately trying to do that you can connect yourself to that will give you an advantage over your competition? Because your competitors, they see the customers as numbers. They just see them as sales. But if you can shift from a sale to a scenario, then you become phenomenal. You become amazing. You become, in fact, 5-star phenomenal. My name is Brian Keith. Thank you for listening.